belong to me. Hey, hey. Up before the sun, coffee in a thermos, boots by the door, long days feel worth it. Mason got a list, I got a plan. We don't do a lot of talk, we just put it in the land. Tobacco in the roads, beans in the back lot, weed on the hilltop, corn on the flat spot, cows in the parlor, milk in the tank. Every little blessing we just tell the Lord. That old dairy, that's my story. Oil in the dirt on my boots, that's glory. Faith, family, farm, that's the truth we carry. From the break of day to the stars on the hay, we the heart of the country at Red Oak Dairy. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We're gonna get the hay rollers going here a little bit today. I got what to do, draws and all that. The wind's blowing, so it should be ready here a little bit. But tomorrow, what we roll tomorrow will be going into this hay barn right here. So what I'm doing now is taking about 15 rolls out of it, and I'm gonna line them up down there by the trees. So that once we get this barn full, we'll have a bunch of green hay. It's cured out, but cows, they like it after it sits in the barn for a couple of weeks. So we'll set about 15 rolls out here, and so we have some older hay that we can feed to these heifers around here until that we just rolled has been sitting in the barn long enough. Well, I got some rolls out of the barn. Now I'm gonna finish up getting the hay rollers ready. This one's ready to go. I gotta add oil and put the extra roll of net wrap in the far roller over there. A little bit chilly this morning, so oil's a little bit cold and it won't flow through the little filter we got on here just quick. Alright, rollers should be good to go. We're gonna go get the rakes hooked up and get the tractor out there to unload with. These rolls will be going in the hay barn out in Orlando, so gotta get probably the new Holland out there to unload the hay wagons. Turn it off. Well, I'm headed to the field now in the roller. Miles and I have already took off with both the rakes, and Mason will come join me in the field in a little bit with the other roller. So I'm gonna go get to rolling here hopefully. Two rakes really get ahead of one roller in a hurry. rolls ripped for some reason. It's that one and right there. I don't really know why. I got the door opened up back here. So on this next one, I'll watch it. Well, when I was talking to you guys, I actually noticed this spring right here was just hanging right here like this. It's supposed to be like this one is, back down to here. So I'm gonna try to stick that back on there. If I can, I might need to go get a screwdriver or something. I don't know if that's what caused it or not though. It's not ripped right there. Well, that seemed to fix our issue. I rolled 3 more rolls, I think, and none of them have torn. So I guess that spring just wasn't keeping enough tension on the net wrap, and it was getting loose and then ripping somehow. I really don't know. But me and Mason have moved to the next field and moving right along. Dad started hauling in, so not too many rolls to haul in so far. But we're gonna keep on moving here. Man, it's nice having 2 rollers going. It seems like it goes a whole lot smoother. It's obviously a lot quicker, and it's about 100 times better than just tooting around by yourself out here in the field. Another roll in the way. That almost got away from me. Rolling right next to the Red River. A whole lot lower than it usually is this time of year. Well, it's getting about that time again. See what's for lunch today. Doritos, don't let the roll out. Looks like egg salad again, but on a sandwich. I'm not complaining. Love me some egg salad. Finished up that field, fixing to cross the bridge here, and started on the next one. We're sitting at 37 rolls. I don't know if you can see that. Usually we're sitting at right around 50 or 55, or even 60 sometimes on both rollers. By the time we finish that one, so on the first cut, and so. It's just showing you how much less it's making this year. tried to get us. Them rakers, they keep setting traps for us. Speaking of raking, y'all probably don't believe it, but that used to be my job back in the day. Put a lot of hours on that M9000 with that New Holland Pro Cart 1022, I believe, was the same New Holland rake we got now. We had, this is back when my grandfather was still alive, but we had Paul, he was on the roller, and I was raking, and then Dad, and either Miles Mason or Mylon or Ida would be helping him haul. That was back when we just had the one roller, so the good old days. Me sneezing my head off all day out there in the no cab tractor. I'm really glad I got promoted. We ran just one roller till 2019 was when we got the first one of the Kubota rollers. We ran New Holland before then. And so 2019 and 2020, those 2 years, I ran it was actually the same setup Mason's got, the M6 111 and that same roller. And then Paul, he ran the M110 GX, which is a tractor I load the mixer with, and New Holland VR 7060 Salad Special, I believe what it was. So for 2 years we ran both of them, and then we were in the process of buying the second Kubota roller, and then Paul passed away in December of 2020. So, and we've always ran 2 Kubota rollers ever since. So that's kind of how we got to where we are. Way back when we ran just one roller, we actually had 2 rollers. We had a roller that we used for just the triticale, and then a roller that Paul used just for the dry hay. Last one I remember, before we got the first Kubota, we traded in I believe it was a BR 7090A, and it was a 4x6 roller, and that's what we rolled all of our grass hay with. So he would use the BR 7060, the Salad Special roller, and he would use that in the triticale, and then once we got to the grass hay, he would switch to the BR 7090A. So we never ran both of them at once because, well, for one, the BR 7060 was a 4x5 roller, sorry. So it made smaller rolls, but yeah. And once I got old enough, and then we traded in for the Kubotas, and I started running one, and we've been running 2 rollers ever since. So y'all got y'all a little bit of a history lesson in today. Hope I didn't bore y'all too much with that. I'm always interested in learning how farms grow and stuff like that. So that's why I started talking about it, and I got on a little bit of not a rant, started rambling on. Maybe now we'll get back to just talking about what we're doing right now. I don't know if you can see that or not, but Miles is stopped up there at the top of the hill, and Uncle Bob's up there with the truck. I don't know what's going on. Been sitting there for a while, but Ida, she's right over there. They're way ahead of us raking, so no big deal, I guess. out of net wrap. Y'all can sit right here and watch me with the new roll net wrap in. So it goes under this bar, over this bar, and through the slot here. And that's where, so it lifts it up and puts it through the roll. And then after it wraps the roll, knife will come in and cut it right off. Should be good to go. They got the 70-60 back going. Ditch, look out for the ditch. But sounds like on the 70-60 it was a couple of studs loose. Maybe they lost, one or two fell out or something, I don't know, but I guess they got it fixed up. He's driving behind me now. Good to, it was sitting on two windrows, so it's good to get it out of the way so we can clean it all up. Well, just two more small fields left. This one right here and right over there. Won't be probably 30 minutes at most, maybe 20 minutes. As long as we don't have any trouble, we'll be done here on this farm. Well, finished up that farm. Ended up with 139 rolls. So in each roller, I had 77, Mason had 62. So yeah, that is 139. Y'all can check my math if you want to. But we got one more little field to do out here in Orlinda. It's not with this farm, but we're gonna go knock that out right quick, and that might be all the rolling for today. We'll see. Looks like I get to be the one left, the last roll. That's it. farm now, and it's just about time to milk and feed for the afternoon. Might come back to haul in the rest of the rolls this afternoon after milking. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll bring you guys along if we do. We are done rolling for today, I think, but we'll be back in it tomorrow and finish up rolling hopefully all that we've cut. On in the afternoon now, got cows milked and fed and all that good stuff. Ida and Miles and Daddy and Uncle Bob ended up getting all that hauled in, so caught up there. Been a kind of a change in the forecast. It was supposed to rain Saturday. Now they took that out, and it's not supposed to rain until next Tuesday, so I'm gonna get both of these disc bines greased up, and then maybe tomorrow after me and Mason get done rolling, we can hook up to these and go cut some more grass hay. Well, both disc spines are greased. The M6 right there probably needs some fuel, so I'm gonna fill it up, and that's probably about it for today. Gotta go take care of a few t-shirt orders, so if you would like to buy your t-shirt, links in the description, and link is on the channel bio if you would like to go purchase your very own Road Dairy t-shirt. We'll see you guys in the next one. We'll get the rest of that hay rolled up and maybe go cut some more. Thanks for watching.